Alright, so I've got 2 weeks worth of books all put together this time around. I haven't been able to do many of these videos, that's why it takes me forever to post them and all that stuff, but 2 weeks worth of videos, or comics right now, so let's jump right in. We're going to say Superman number 12. I didn't like it. Dan Jurgens' last issue. The annual and zero issues are going to be done by Scott Lobdell, and he's going to be take over writing for a while. Rockefort is going to be doing the cover for the annual, which I've got. We're going to get to in a minute, and he's going to move from the cover and interiors with zero on. I'm looking forward to that. I liked them on the Red Hood, so I'm hoping it gets better. Captain America and Namor, 635.1. The point one shit with Marvel is really starting to annoy me. We've had enough of it. Move on with your damn lives. Come up with something else. This is just a cool little one shot that could have actually just been in the regular book. There was nothing special about it. No jump on point like the point one's supposed to be. I mean, it was just them in World War II. Cool, I guess. I mean, these people are trying to get the secret agency that's being created in this book was trying to get Namor to side with them during World War II, and he said no. So I mean, and fought him. So I mean, that's about it. I'm actually not the biggest fan of that book. It's got some interesting bits, but I would actually prefer if it went ahead and got canceled, because I can't drop it because it's Captain America and Cap's my guy. But I really want to cut down on my pull list. Next up is Batman: The Dark Knight number 12. You know what's been going on with Scarecrow. We're supposed to see, into Batman's psyche, which we always do with Scarecrow with his fear toxin spray, whatever. But this time around, we see in Scarecrow's psyche what made him become Scarecrow and whatnot, which is something I haven't really seen before. So it was really interesting. Sadly, this did not wrap it up. 13 is gonna, I think, wrap it up. I wish that this would have, so there wasn't a month between the storylines. It was the 0 month. I don't know why they did that, but they did. So I'm looking forward to 13. I'm looking forward to 0 because all of the main Batman books with, actually Batman in them, except I think for Batman and Robin, are supposed to tell something about him becoming Batman. Each one has a different point. So I'm looking forward to those. But I'm really looking forward to see how this plays out. Next up is Secret Avengers number 30. The big reveal here at the end, they've been chasing Max Fury, Nick Fury's LMD that is I don't know what the word is, but he has his own personality. We've been chasing him for quite a while. He finally gets all the crowns that he needed, starting way back when, with Brubaker writing it. And he puts them all together and puts them on, and it doesn't work because he's an LMD. Well, the big reveal here at the end is that Taskmaster down here, who's fighting with Venom on the cover, puts it on, and all of a sudden controls all these people. And I like it because I think Taskmaster could be a really cool villain if he was used the right way. I mean, he has photo memory where he can remember every move that anybody uses against him. He has a sword, a shield. He can fight like Cap. He can fight like Hawkeye because he's got bow and arrows, and he can remember all their moves. He's a great villain, but he doesn't get used that way. And his costume with the cape and the blue and the orange kind of sucks. Changed up the costume. In all honesty, he could become a pretty big player on the Marvel stage. Batman Beyond Unlimited. I love this cover. This is an amazing cover. Dustin again is a great cover artist, great interior artist, but this cover is just phenomenal to me. I honestly think this book is always hit and miss with me. The flashback for the little flashback story this time around, instead of being, because most recently it was the Warhawk, I think is his name's story. This time it was Aqua Lass. I don't know really what her name is. Aquaman's daughter. Her story, and that was pretty interesting. About how she joined the Justice League and how she pissed off her dad, Aquaman. The story for the Justice League itself was continuing the Darkseid story, where they're helping out the planet Apocalypse. Darkseid's no longer king. He's been deposed by his son Orion. It was kind of interesting. Darkseid says, you're going to lose, and he's still saying it, even though they lost a lot of people but won the fight type thing. The Batman storyline's good. Terry McGinnis walks in, sees Bruce passed out at the desk, and rushes him to a hospital where he's unconscious. The Superman story, Lex Luthor's descendant has caused a meteorite of kryptonite to circle the planet, so Superman can't come out and fight, but then sent a huge giant robot to attack Metropolis, and that's where it left off. Interesting, also kind of I mean, it's a hit or miss for me sometimes. I'm going to keep going just because I love Batman Beyond, and I love Dustin Nguyen's stuff. That is a beautiful cover, like I said. Next up, Detective Comics Annual number 1. Oh, Tony Daniel. It brought in the Black Mask. And in all honesty, I mean, here's his group of people. I can't remember what they're called. I know they've always worked with him, but I cannot stand Tony Daniel's writing. I'm sorry. Beautiful art. Love the cover. I don't even remember what happens in it. I read it. I remember reading it. Didn't soak it in. I just remember the Black Mask was in it. Didn't really care. Couldn't help it. Next up, Avengers versus X-Men, the tie-in series versus. It's number 5 of 6. Black Panther Black Panther and Storm fight, husband and wife. It was pretty interesting, especially how it ties in with their marriage and whatnot. Make sure they talk about that. Then there's Angel and Hawkeye. Hawkeye cheats, but he wins, and that was pretty cool. Because me, I'm an Avengers guy, and there was for the first couple issues they were winning every fight until Spider-Man lost to Colossus. And then Spider-Man just started a losing streak for the Avengers. I think either this issue or the last issue, the Avengers started to turn around. I actually am going to get all the issues later on and tally up who won. I'm just curious. Next up is the Doctor Who Star Trek Next Generation crossover. The big thing of this, it was good. I love the interior art. Francisco Francavilla is did this cover. During the last season of Doctor Who, on his personal blog, he did movie posters for each episode, and they got pretty popular, even to where Stephen Moffat, the showrunner, was tweeting them each time they popped up. Well, the interior art is just this beautiful painted art, and the big reveal is that, so far it's been the Cybermen and the Borg teaming up. Well, the Cybermen turned on the Borg and have decided to just take over the universe like they normally would. And the Borg comes to the crew of the Enterprise asking for a truce and an alliance, and Picard says, "Nope, not doing it." And the Doctor's, "Wait a minute," and that's how it ended, with Picard saying, "Hell to the no." So it was interesting. I'm really looking forward to this. It's like 8 issue runs, the halfway point, I think, 8 or 12. I'm not for sure. Maybe even 10. Who knows? I'm really enjoying this. Next up is the Green Lantern Annual #1. It just wrapped up the Black Hand storyline and started the Third Army storyline, to where the Guardians decided to use Black Hand to their advantage. I don't really know how it's going to work. They just want him to be a warrior for them. They started the Third Army, and if I remember correctly, they killed pretty much Sinestro and Hal Jordan. I mean, like I said, it's been about a week or two since I've read this. I need to read it again just to make sure, but it was actually kind of interesting. Skyver and Ethan Van Sciver's back to doing Green Lantern art. I think he's best at Green Lantern. His Batman's very hit and miss for me. His Superman is very hit and miss for me. His Wonder Woman is even worse to me. But his Green Lantern is good. I've met him. His personality is hit and miss to me. I hate to say it. One time I met him, he was great guy, nice as could be. Second time, he took a while to warm up to, but I was really impressed with this. I'm looking forward to the Third Army. I'm not looking forward to the fact it's going to tie into every Green Lantern book and add to my pull list for 4 months, but I'm still looking forward to reading the story. Next up is Superman Annual #1. Like I said, Lobdell did the writing. The cover is by Kenneth Rockford. I love this cover. I cannot stress how much I love it. But that said, I hated the story, not gonna lie. It tried to wrap up everything that has been going on with the Demonites or whatever they were from Wildstorm that Jurgens had to brought in with his first. That was his first story. Sorry, the Scourge was the second story, and it tried to wrap that up. It didn't really work out so well. It was boring. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm looking forward to next month though. Next up, Suicide Squad #12. The big reveal. Who was the traitor? Some B-list character. I didn't really care who the traitor was when I found out. I was kind of let down. I'm still going to get the book, though, because I'm enjoying it, but that's pretty much all I took from it. Someone who didn't really matter. Justice League #12. Finally, the big cliffhanger last time. Turns out they weren't dead. Steve Trevor wasn't dead. That was a good thing. It was just a mindfuck. But the big thing about it, Superman and Wonder Woman are dating. Ooh. To me, that closes a lot of storylines in their individual books, and it kind of makes me mad. But other than that, Hal Jordan left the Justice League. That's the big thing. He says, blame it all on me with Wonder Woman causing a huge fight. It's all my fault. Real quick, my pick of the week, Winter Soldier. Great little thing with Natasha being brainwashed. Amazing. and how they save her. Just great. It's a big cliffhanger. Do I save her or fight the bad guy? Great. Read it. Bye.